Hey, we're back again. I am recording episode 27 of Misfortune, and you might notice a slight change in audio. I got a new microphone, made a small little upgrade here. It is the Elgato Wave something. So I hope it sounds better, and I hope it's not too loud. Um, but from my prior test recording, audio seemed like this was a good volume, especially if you're on mobile. Um, okay, anyways, so no longer it's not being recorded from my headset, it's an actual microphone. And I hope there's not a lot of background noise. By the way, my chair does squeak, so you'll hear if you do catch it. I noticed it does pretty well picking up the voice only, ignoring other noises and stuff like that. So hopefully. But in any event, where our character left off, we were staring dead in the eyes a Cyclops. And I kept saying giant. It's a Cyclops. I don't know why I totally forgot about that kind of creature in fantasy. And it's holding a club. Again, times my mind, the brain just scattered, and work is, uh, yeah, work's been pretty rough. But, I have time to record these at night, so it's worth the trouble. Okay, and also, another change I want to do is I'm going to go back to my really old Oracle, which is just D6s. So, opposite colors, you would have a red D6 as no, negative, and a blue D6 as yes, positive. And if it's a 50-50 chance of probability, then you auto roll both, and whichever number is higher is the winning is the outcome. If there is a likelihood, then I would roll two blues, so higher chance of yes or positive. If there's a not likely a disadvantage, then I would roll two reds. So, but obviously vice versa. With the total, I used to do just the highest roll, like advantage, but I think at times it would not really work out that well. So I will go with the total roll per the winning side. So no tables. I have the rules over here. You guys can see. Or you guys can't see. It's just right here floating. It's invisible. So I have that. And then fix there we go. So yes, let's get started. My camera's not getting me that well. There we go. See my bad in the background. Okay, let's get started. So we were looking at the Cyclops dead in the eye, and he spoke to us saying, "Who enters thee?" And what I also wanted to try was take less notes, just talk to you guys and be more animated, be more into the vision, into the theater of the imagination, um, theater of the mind, less typing away because I feel like that's taking away a lot of potential creativity. So I will just jot down big notes like I defeat Cyclops or something. Not like I turn my head and speak to the character. So okay, we are at this doorway, this wooden door being blocked by a. Better yet, I'll just go back to this view. We're looking at this tall 8 or 12 plus foot Cyclops who has a club on his shoulder, looking down on us, and he basically says he is a threat. So we did find that out, and he says, "Who enters thee?" with a deep, just a really deep voice, which I can't do, but who enters thee? And one thing in my notes in my videos, I do try to do voices, but I just don't really get too much in the character when it comes to the voices. That's just not really my style. But there will be times I try to if I talk like a Skyrim character. But in any event, I'm gonna think that this Cyclops works for the Legion. So we had the Misfortune, which or I'm sorry, the Misfits. The Misfits was a fabricated bandit organization that Dervish created to, well, that was the story I retconned, but that's basically, it was just a fabricated bandit society that has been, as per recent episodes, demolished, has been disbanded. They are gone, and now it's just Dervish, Belinda, and company, whoever's in the Legion. We don't know who is in this temple of doom. We don't we This is our first real being that we've encountered when entering this temple. We've encountered corpses, blood, pools of blood, and now this guard, this tall Cyclops. So I'm thinking, because it's just me, I'm trying to avoid a conflict. I'm going to speak to this like I'm talking to a, well, I'm not, I'm assuming that the Cyclops is not very smart. So he's simply asking, who enters thee? And I will say, my name is Breglor. I'm here to see, let's see, what should I say? I'm here to speak to Dervish. Basically just saying that I'm here as Breglor and I wish to speak to Dervish. So what I'm really trying to do is find out what this golden map I have is for. If it leads to treasure, if it leads to some kind of big reward, or also trying to uncover the truth of what's going on in this temple. I'm a thief. I have to go with the thief route. So let's see if my little introduction has affected the Cyclops in any way, if it has allowed me to pass through. Who enters these? So is my given information a good enough credibility for the Cyclops? Let's roll for advantage, saying that I think he will let us through. Or you know what? Actually, this probably is more 50-50 than anything. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 and see which is the victor. 2 to 1. So, which means that it's a no, but it's a very weak no. The Cyclops does not let us through. However, he is willing to. This is like a no, but he's willing for us. He asks us for to solve a riddle or a question of sorts, I think. So he's going to tell us something like a riddle. And this riddle is it's in the common language. So he tells us the riddle. I think he's just a big kid, like he's just a big child. Like he's a simple-minded creature, and he's been tasked several instructions to let certain people through, or let because remember we got into the temple because we've been exposed to that talking spirit skull dragon thing, and anyone else who enters here because of magic hoo-ha in the air causes the people who are not spiritually cleansed to die off almost instantaneously at the entrance of the temple. So I'm thinking that this creature, this Cyclops, knows that we got in. So that means we have some kind of welcoming effect. We have some kind of allowance to be here. So I'm going to try to solve. I'm not going to specifics like what the riddle is, like why the chicken crossed the road. He just gives us a riddle, and I'm going to try to figure it out. So we will go off the swords and sorcery program here. And I don't think we're prepared, but we are let me check my character sheet. I'm a thief. So as far as like deduction, I'd say just maybe I've been around the block. I know a lot of riddles and from street smarts, etc. So I'd say this is a 2d6 roll. This is a 2d6, and we have to roll over a 4. I'm sorry. Yep, over a 4 because this is knowledge based. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 and see if we solve this riddle. So here we go. Over 4. I got 2 5s, which means we solved this riddle without any setback. So I'll type in solved riddle. And now, does this let the does the Cyclops let us through? We solved this riddle, but is he stubborn? Is he not going to let us through after this one test? I say he will, so I'm gonna roll for advantage. It's an oracle question. Nope. So two yes, 3 no. He's still hesitant. He thinks we got lucky on the last one. So he's looking down at us and says, "Lucky guess." And then he gives us not a riddle this time, but basically he tries to, let's see, maybe a strength check. So he puts his club on the ground. It's a giant ass club. It is huge. It's probably like 5 to 6 feet long. If we get hit by this thing, we are probably going to die. But he puts the club on the ground and he says, "Prove your strength. Lift it." So he wants us to lift. he wants us to lift the club just to prove ourselves. So knowledge-wise, we're smart to him. And now he wants us to prove our physical. So it's like a test. It's a mentality test, and now it's a physical test. It's our physical exam. So turn your head and cough, basically. So we're gonna do a physical test. We're not prepared for any of this. We're this is completely unexpected. So, but this will be a swords roll, so we got to roll below a 4, which we do have a little more room now. So we're going to 2d6 to see if we can lift this huge club, at least budget at all. So let's see. Roll below a 4. I got 1 4 and I got 6, which means I have partially. It's a partial. So you barely manage it. So I barely managed to lift the club. I barely managed to lift the club, but I don't pick up the whole thing. I just lift up the one side, the thinner side of the club. And he laughs. He laughs his ass off. And he says puny weaklings. And then he does he do because we have to have a complication per the rules, does he do anything to us? Like does he kick us or does he like I'm thinking like he pushes us back as he we did essentially lift it, so we did partially success. I'm trying to think of a setback. Oh, is it gonna have is does the complication happen to us? I'm gonna do 50-50. It doesn't. It's not us. So I rolled 5 yes, 6 no. It's something just around us that happens, a complication. Yeah, so he's laughing. The big Cyclops is laughing his ass off. He's just like, huh, a weakling, puny weakling. He's like, though you did lift my club. And then he picks the club up, and then I think because the club he puts it back over his shoulder, the complication is one more, basically a third test, a third and final test for us to pass through this door. He says, one more test. And since we did a mind test, we did a physical test, it's gonna be a challenge. So I think he wants to is the challenge gonna be a like a fight? Let's see. 2-2. How to decipher that? How to interpret? So I rolled 2-2. So yes and no. It's a possibility. Huh. So the Cyclops is going to challenge us to a. We've already did a mental check. We did a strength check. What would be probably get past them? I think. So he's always stuck in this little room. He doesn't have any fun. Like I said, I think he's just a big a kind of a big goof. Like he takes himself too seriously as a character, just as an NPC. And I don't think he is a threat, so he will do his job. He will protect the door. But these three, I'm trying to think the third challenge, if it is an actual fight, which I rolled 2 and 2. So that's the downside to this Oracle method is if it's a possibility you roll equals. So because I did not roll an advantage, I'm thinking that the Cyclops he wants us to give him something. That's what it is. He wants us to give us something, like as a payment, like a toll. So I'm gonna go to my character sheet. I have the key, 2 rations, torch, a rope. I have the short sword, but that's my only weapon I have. Actually, you know what? It's not. I never communicate. I never converted my. Or I'm sorry. I changed the rules a few episodes ago. I never transported the dagger I had to the system. So I have a dagger, a short sword, and a gold plate. I'm not going to give him the gold plated map. That's evident. Um, I could give him the dagger. Let's roll for my condition of the dagger. I'm going to roll. How is my dagger in good condition? 6-6. So yes, 9-6. So yes to no. It is in decent condition. So it's in decent condition. And I'm thinking that maybe he wants a nice shiny object. I can't give him the golden plate. I need that. Um, I ask him. He wants me to give him something in payment. Basically, pay the toll. So pay the toll. So I pull out my dagger. because I have gold. I have 20 gold, which is actually pretty decent. I could pay him gold. Sorry, I could pay him gold. That's a possibility. I'm just so sad. Um, I'm gonna try to pay the dagger. I pull my dagger out and I'm gonna show it to him. I'm like, "Do you like this dagger? Like, do you want this dagger?" Or I'm gonna pull it out and show him the dagger like this. I'm gonna offer it to him. Does he take the dagger? 50-50. I don't think. I think he's more leaning towards gold. He does take the dagger. So 5 yes, 2 no. He does take the dagger. Okay, good. So we're gonna remove that from my inventory. And now that's gone. Magically brought that back with plot armor, plot point. So I'm gonna think, does he step aside out of the way? He does. So 4-1. He steps aside, and he basically he shows us to the door. He does this with his arm, and the club's still on his back. So he's a guardian of the door. That's basically it. They gave him a simple job. Okay, so lets us through. We go to the door. Now, is the door locked? I'm gonna say it is locked, and I have a reason why. It is locked. So 4 no, blue, or 2 yes. It is locked. It's just a general lock. But the keyhole looks awfully familiar. So the door is locked. And we're going to take our key out and put the key inside the keyhole and turn it. Does it open? We're going to use the key. Does it open the door? I'm going to think it does. So I'm rolling for advantage. I'm rolling for, yeah, advantage. 4, yep. So 9-4. 9 yes, 4 no. It does open the door. The door opens. We enter inside. We see like a library looking room with torches all around. There's a big uh, table in the middle with chairs kind of used. There's some drinks, like empty dishes and mugs uh, around the table, documents, and the shelves are filled with books and just random things, just boxes and crates. This place looks like it's been like, look behind me. Look in this real set I'm in. My room here. Just picture this books all over the room. So actually, doesn't look too much different from what you're looking at now, besides the nice modern day decor on our left here. So and okay, I'm looking at a library. So it's a library. Is there anybody inside this room? I'm going to say most likely there is. Um, the guy, the big Cyclops, would not be guarding it without a reason. He wouldn't be guarding it without a reason. Yes, there is. So 7-2. There is someone. There is 7-2 there's 3 people in the room. Okay, 3 people in the room, or 3 beings in the room. We gotta figure out if it's gonna be people or not. So let's do. I think it is people. I actually think it's possibly Dervish and Belinda. The third person, I'm not really sure. So 3 people. Are they people? That's what we're rolling for. 5. So I have 6-5. That tells me that 2 people, one something else. So 6-5. Okay, we have 2 humans. One. What would be? Oh, I'm thinking it's going to be someone. Do we know this third thing? I'm going to say 50-50 on this one. Do we know this third being in the room? 4-2. We do actually, and that's a good no. But that's a good yes. So 4-2. We do. Who is someone we knew that is not a person as of this moment? Well, no, it can't be the spirit. That's why would the spirit be the life? So let's roll to see if we know the 2 humans first before we know the third person. I'm gonna say we do know the third. We know the 2 humans. 4 to, yep, 10-4. So 10 yes, 4 no. So It is. I'm gonna hold off on the third person for now. It's Dervish, Belinda. They are sitting, and we'll see if they were expecting me. But it's Dervish, Belinda, and I'm curious if it's Gruith. I know he's dead. But I'm wondering if they brought his spirit back. Is it Gruith? Let's roll. Ooh, let's roll maybe on this one. 2-2. I think that's a spirit. So the spirit of Gruith is in the room. He's an apparition of Gruith. Interesting. Okay, so Gruith, spirit. It is a spirit for some reason. He's been brought back. I think when that was his backup plan, or maybe that's just a magic spell that he has that, as in case he ever dies, his spirit lives on in some kind of magic manifestation, but only in the temple. So maybe his spirit lives or wanders in the temple because he died nearby, or the dragon's death resurrected. Again, magic. So, but Dervish and Belinda, what are they doing? So, did they expect to see me? That's the big question. I'm going to say they did. Let's roll. Did they expect to see me? Yep. So 8 yes, 4 no. They did. And I think we're right on time. So they expected me. They expected to see me. I'm standing there a little confused. I'm looking around and let's see what they're doing. Are they standing 50-50? Are they standing up? No, they're not. So 6-1. They're not. They're sitting down and they are reading some scriptures. I think Ruith is just hovering in the background somewhere. He's just floating around looking through books. So, yeah, I think Dervish and Belinda are reading through some books at the main table in the middle of the library. And they look at me and they come tell me to sit too. They basically come and tell me, come, sit. And again, this is all out of nowhere. I'm in basically very confused. I was expecting a physical altercation at this point. So they're just sitting there reading. So Gruith is just like I said, he's floating around in the background. He's probably looking at some books that, like, when he grabs them, they float. Um, sorry, the thing kind of gets loose. There we go. Um, okay, well, computer warning. So I'm going to try to see if they're being deceitful here. Like, I don't know, they're not. I believe they find the Kingsman more of a threat than me. I'm here to look for that spiritual realm, the spirit realm, the graveyard, like from Yu-Gi-Oh or something. I'm looking for this. I have the golden map. I wonder if that's what I'm looking for. So the realm of the dead. That's basically what I'm looking for. And there might be a reason why. I think as I'm building my character up, I really don't have a backstory besides I was at that bank or something and we got caught up in the act. But I'm beginning to realize there's a backstory to Bregalore that I could probably shoehorn in at the very end. So I'm gonna try to do a. I'm prepared for this because I'm taking my time. It's a regular D6 roll, and then I'm a thief. I'm trying to see if they're being deceitful. So deception check. I'm gonna do 2, 3, 6 on this one. So this will be to see. Okay, we gotta roll under 4. I'm sorry, over 4 to tell if we can tell they're being deceitful. 6, 4, and 4. Perfect. So they deceitful. Check. Perfect. Okay, so basically, we can tell that there's more to what's going on. There's more than what meets the eye. They're all Transformers. So we can tell there's more than meets the eye. I'm going to question them. I'm going to ask them, what is going on here? I expected something far more threatful or something. I expected something far more extravagant. And let's see how they reply to that. I'm basically questioning what's going on. This doesn't look right. I tell them this doesn't look right. What are you guys doing? let's see if they respond. Are they? Maybe they're holding back information from me. They tell me to come down to come sit down, but I tell them, no, thanks, I'm good here. That'll be my reply. They tell me to come sit down, but I tell them, no, thanks, I'm good here. What do you guys like? That's it. So let's roll to see. Do they stand up in in anger, like in protest? Let's say 50-50 on that one. Maybe they're 250 on the books. Oh, of course. We reroll. One was on the side. They do. Yeah, they do stand up. So both Dervish and Belinda stand up and they say, you will listen to us while you're in our temple. And they threatened us. They threatened me. So they basically say that they want us to listen to them. They want us to follow their orders. And I'm going to say, I'm not a misfit anymore. You said that yourself. Like, I'm not a misfit anymore. And I think in saying that, this might cause Gruith. Does Gruith approach us at all? Remember, he's a spirit. He's dead, physically dead, but he's in a spiritual form. Does he approach us? 6 to 5. He does, but very slowly. He puts a book down he's reading on the shelf, and he just kind of floats to us like this. And Ruith comes close to us. So we're now having some potential encounter. But I think does Dervish want to does Dervish want conflict? I think he does not. So I'm going to roll disadvantage this. It's unlikely. So 6 to, oh gosh, nope. So 6, yes, 5, 1. He says basically that he won't ask again, basically. He says, I won't ask you again, but I am willing to make this will get ugly. And then Gruith is basically, he's going to do something to us. And at this point, what's Belinda doing? So Belinda stood up. Is she also like, do they look the same as they did before? Like they're all beat up and worn out. Let's do a 50-50 on that. They don't look the same. They look very different. Are they still like glowy eyes? And I want to say yes on that. Do they look like they're still possessed by some spiritual? Uh, let's see, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 8 to 4. They are still possessed. So that explains a lot why they're acting so strange. So basically, are they looking for the map? Let's roll for that. I think that's a big yes. 3, they're not looking for the map. So 3 to 1. 3 to 5, sorry. So 3 yes, 5 no. They're not looking for the map. Do they know about the map? So I kind of assume that's what they were doing in this library. Maybe they're looking for some encampments or some encampments, some enchantments or some spells to that have to do with something releasing the spirit. But I'm going to ask them, what are you? What are you? Basically, I'm going to ask them that. What are you? And do they? I'm going to say they answer us. Like I'm going to actually say they answer us. Let's see, 6, 9 to 4. They do. I'm saying they. Just I'm thinking that's just one full spirit. Or it answers us. It does answer us, and all the voice. So Gruith, Dervish, and Belinda speak at once in harmony, the same voice, but much different this time. Dervish was talking to us earlier with his regular voice, though probably a little twisted, a little echoey, distorted. But now they speak to us in the same frequency and the same kind of sound, echoey, demonic, possessed. So they basically tell us we are Legion, as vague as that sounds. So they say we are Legion. We seek. Now I'm thinking that are they seeking something? Before I say that, it's evident they are. They're seeking something. Yep. So 5 to 2. So 5 yes, 2 no. They are indeed seeking something. Is that something, a book, a spell of sorts? I'd say yes, highly likely it is. So 4 to 3. It is, but it's actually going to be a scroll. So I'm thinking 4 to 3. It's not a book. It feels like 6 to 3. It will be a book. But they're looking for a spell. They're looking for a specific scroll. This scroll, does this scroll have any relation to opening that door to the realm of the dead? I'm going to think it does. So roll it for advantage. It, yeah, it does 3 to 2. It does, but it requires something else. So, oh, I wonder if that's the key, but we just used the key on the door. So the key, I think the key is out. We still have the key. I'll keep it for now. Um, looking for the scroll. The scroll, I'm gonna say the scroll is for the realm of the dead, like access to it or something. So they mentioned the scroll, like that they're seeking the scroll. We seek the scroll. That's what I should put in. And then while they say that, Gruith is also possessed. I almost forgot that he was. I almost thought he wasn't, but I remember he is possessed. And I asked the spirit, whoever the spirit is, Legion, the dragon. I think there's more to it. It wasn't just the dragon, but I asked them, what is the purpose of you? Like, what is your purpose? Okay, so I asked, what is their purpose? Their purpose, its purpose, I should say. Its purpose. Let's see, is their purpose to get free? I'm going to say yes on that one. Is their purpose to get free? 6 to 1. Yep, it is. That is simple as it gets. It's 6 yes, 1 no. So, is to be set free from its chambers. So, the Stone Dragon incident, the heart, we have to tie that in somehow. I'm going to ask the spirit because they haven't attacked us yet. Let's roll to see if anything happens at this point. Something small happens. 4 yes, 3 no. Something small happens. I think that Gruith, think like Vader. He'll raise his hand up at us and use some kind of telekinetic ability to pick us up and start because they're getting impatient with our 20 questions because that seems to be our gift in this campaign is 20 questions. So Gruith, uh, he uses a spell to he lifts us up, lifts me up, and they want us because they need more people to get more powerful. The Legion, they need more people. So Gruith lifts us, and Dervish says, "You will join us. You will join Legion." So we are. You will join us. We are Legion. So they basically want us to join them to become like a slave, and with more spirit, more life energy, it will empower and make this spirit stronger, have more influence, and sorry, my nose is just oh gosh, will make the spirit more powerful. So we're being lifted up now. Are we being hurt by this, or is this just a threat? Is this just a taunting technique? I'm gonna say, is this a taunting technique? 4 to 5. It's not just taunting. We're starting to feel pain. Okay, so we feel pain. It's starting to hurt. Do we take damage for this? Let's see. This is 50-50. We don't. 4 no, 1 yes. We don't take any damage from this. It's just a tingle. It's a spider tingle. So, I'm gonna try to fight this off using my 4. So sorcery. We're not prepared for this. We're not an expert. This is a 1D. So we're gonna have to roll a 4 or higher. Yep, roll 4 or higher. I roll a 6. So, but there is a complication. How do I fight this off? So I think when he's lifting me up, my arms are still free. I'm just being lifted off the ground by like my torso, my center point of gravity. And I'm going to take my sword out and swing it at Gruith. I don't want to necessarily hurt Dervish and Belinda, but I want to. He's a spirit, so he's just. I'm going to swing at him. So Gruith, and then does that do anything to Gruith? Like, does it affect him, or does it like mess up his focus on his? I'm gonna say it does. So this might be actually a check. This is a physical, so this we got to roll a 4 or less. We are an expert with sword or a weapon in general as a thief. So this will be 2d6. We got to roll a 4 or less with this one. So roll 4 or less. Oh gosh, I wish it was the other way around. But yeah, nope. I rolled a 5 and a 6. It's a no-go. That's the complication. It doesn't work. So I forgot about the last roll. I rolled a 1d, and there's a complication. The complication doesn't work. I swing my sword. We roll basically to get the sword by swinging it. It goes straight through them, and they laugh. So because again, he's a spirit. He's intangible. Doesn't have any physical presence. No effect. It doesn't break his concentration. That's what I was essentially trying to do, was break his concentration. But they laugh and say, "Nice try, nice try, mortal," something like that. So now that I am basically being I'm resisting. I tell them I'll never join you, whatever the reason is. Whatever you guys are trying to do, I'm not going to join you. So do they try to kill me at this point, or do they try to possess me themselves? I did resist. I did resist, I think. Wait a second. I had an idea. I just had an idea. This is the most random idea. This could work. This could work. Let me roll for this. I'm gonna roll 50-50. It does have a plot hole in it. It's a skip on detail, but I think because huh. I'm gonna roll 50-50 on this one. It doesn't. Okay, no. I was thinking of something. Yeah, it's not gonna work out. So I am stuck here by myself. I roll to see if the Kingsmen pop out of nowhere, like pop out of the walls or some trap, and they swing in and save the day, but that's not the case. But what about someone else? Does anyone come? Does anyone enter the room? 50-50. 4, nope. So definitely no one that comes into the room. The big guy's still outside. I am stuck here, about to die, and I'm being possessed. Are they trying to possess me? That's pretty evident. Now that I failed to escape, are they trying to possess me? 5, 6 to 3. They are. Yep, they're slowly starting to possess me. Okay, so I'm being possessed. Terrific. Okay, that's great. That's probably how the show will end. I get possessed and mission failed. Um, okay, I'm gonna do a last ditch effort. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna just yell out the goal. I have a map of the realm of death. I'm gonna shout it out. Just this is my last. Only thing I can really think of. I can't use a rope. I can't use the torch. Could I use a torch? You know what? The key. I'm surprised. I missed a detail by like how I enter the room with the key. I think if it was Dervish and Belinda, Gruith or not possessed, they were in that library, just common everyday situation, and I enter that room with a key, they would be suspicious. But I think because they're possessed, they're not all there in their head, so they're not really looking at that kind of minor of a detail. Like how'd you get in here? So, um, trying to think if I can use an item for this part because I can say, "Hey, I had the golden map, Realm of the Dead. You need this map." And I'm gonna, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna try. This will be a roll, but I'm gonna try to reach into my bag and pull the map out. So this will be, I think, a 2d6 as a thief. I gotta roll under So I think right now I'm more possessed and I don't have all my bodily functions, so all my nerve endings active. I'm gonna say this will be a not prepared but expert. So 2d6, I gotta roll a 4 or under to grab the map from my bag. Okay. Okay, so I got 1 under 4, and then 5 was the other one. So I am able to grab the map, but it slips out of my hand. So I grab, yep, pull out map, but slips. It's a big item. It slips out of my hand, and it falls to the ground. Now, when it falls to the ground, does it break? I'm thinking I'm about 10 feet up in the air. So does it break? If it's fragile, well, I'm rolling 50-50. It doesn't. It wow, 6-1. It does not. It bounces off the floor and lands perfectly flat. So bounces, doesn't break. Okay, so we don't have a map anymore. I'm gonna cut that out there. Golden map of the dead. I'm gonna call it map of the dead. That's just a it's just a note for myself. Map of the dead. Map of death. I like that. Map of death. Okay, so that's just a little notation leaving for myself. Okay, so the map fell. Does the spirit look at it? Do they all like look down? This might be an inadvertent distraction, unintentional distraction. Do they all look down the map? 5. So yes is 7. 5 is no. They do slowly. They look at me. The map falls, they go like this. They look down. Spirit looks at the map. Does this cause a distraction? The loud thump, like the bounce of the map and the loud thud. Does it cause a distraction for Gruith to lose his focus on me now? I'm gonna say it likely does. 3, it does. So 7-3. 7 yes, 3 no. So Gruith loses concentration, loses focus. I drop down my legs, and I'm going to have to swing. I'm going to grab the map and try. Let's see. Okay, so I'm free for now. I'm free for the split moment, the split second in time. What to do in this part? Because I'm thinking that I can grab the map and bolt, call this whole thing off, sell this map, make a lot of money with it. Like this is not worth it. Or I can try to strike or kill Dervish, kill the spirit. Because if I kill the host, I'm thinking that either Dervish or Belinda is the main host of the spirit. If I kill one of them off, the other two are set free, like from control. Do I want to kill Dervish, like his physical body? Do I kill Belinda? Belinda's the overseer. Belinda is the protector of the temple. So most likely she was possessed first. She's up to bat to be possessed. She's the strongest avatar for this spirit. I think the spirit is of this dragon god, this celestial being, whatever it is. We don't really know yet. I did make that whole retcon happen, but we just know it's some spiritual entity that this temple of cultists worship, and they have the misfits. Was again the whole thing was just it was all just a cover up. So this is a big part. I really need to figure out. There's two options here. I can bolt, or I can slay the dragon. Essentially, they need the gold map. If they look at the map, I think that one of them says, the spirit says, "Map of Death," basically out loud. We can hear him say "Map of Death" underneath his breath. I think does he say "Map of Death"? The map of death like that. I'm gonna say 50-50. 5-5. He mumbles it. I can see his lips. He goes, like he knows what it is. So mumbles map of death. I can see it in his lips. Like he just mumbles it. Well, I'm gonna take the map and bolt. I think that's the best thing to do right now. I don't want to face. I don't want to kill either of them. Because if I kill Belinda, she's dead, and I don't think that's the best course of action right now. I think because it'll still be 2 against 1 after that. It's a risk too. Like I don't know if the spirit will be like, oh, see you later, I'm gone. It could come back. Like I killed Belinda, and the dervish is like, haha, I was the avatar this whole time. So that's a challenge. I'm gonna grab the map and bolt. So grab map and flee back. I'm basically right in front of the door. There's a door open. They closed behind me. We never rolled for that. So we got a few rolls come up here. Okay. So first we got to do a check to see. This is swords. Underneath we got to roll 4 or less. I'm not prepared, but I'm a thief, so this has to be a 2d6. Best we can do is a good job. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can grab the map and bolt. Turn around. Oh my gosh. 4 under, right? Oh my god. I rolled the same thing again. 5, 6. I rolled it again. Son of a gun. I feel like re-rolling, but that's what I rolled. It just ah. Yeah, of course I roll 4, 3 now. So 5 and 6. I'm not able to grab the map in time. Oh, I stumble forward. I miss the map and I stumble forward and I slam into a bookshelf. So miss map, slam into bookshelf. I think being the cliche villain this spirit is, the spirit laughs and says, "Give us we'll take this now." So they take the map. They have the map now. We don't, so it's already out of our inventory. But the key though, the key opened the door. Is the door locked? That's what I'm curious. Like, do they just want the map and they don't want us? That's what I'm thinking about. But they'll start repossessing us again, and it'll be just a whole other thing. So a couple possibilities here. I have a backup plan in mind. So do they just want the map? Rolling. We're just rolling yes or no. They just won the map 5-1. They don't give one rip about us besides the attempting to because we dropped the map. They were looking for that. That was one of the steps to unlock the dead or something. Whatever they're trying to do. Whatever this whole thing is about. So they take the map. They don't need us. But do they ignore us at this point? Do we just get up and walk out? I don't think so. That could be contradictory. That could be a contradiction. Because I'm basically we figure out they just want the map. They just want the map. And now I'm saying that, well, are they going to ignore us and let us go? Or they'll try to repossess us? No. I don't have to roll for that. So, but is the door locked? Like, is the door closed behind us? Let's see. 50-50. The door is. Oh, wait, what was my question? Door. It's closed. 3-1. So, yes, it is closed. So, but is it locked? Okay. Did I get the door's closed? Did I get hurt? I don't think I did. Well, did I get hurt hitting that bookshelf? Basically, that's what I'm gonna roll for this. I did. 5 yes, 4 1. So one, we'll just do one. I'm gonna take 1 health, one damage. So I'm down to 11 from 12. Okay, that's fine. Um, I'm gonna run to the door and then try to open it. See if it's locked. Is the door locked? The door's 4-4. It's not moving. It's not locked, but it's not moving. It's being blocked by something. I wonder what's blocking it. I think it's Gruith. Could be the Cyclops, but the Cyclops stepped out of the way. Or maybe he went back to his post. He's standing in front of it. And then, oh, the door's hitting his foot. So we open the door. Here's what happens. We open the door into the Cyclops' foot. And we hit it really hard. Open the door. Open door. I gotta note this one down. Open the door into the Cyclops. Is it Is a Cyclops hold on a second. We open the door into the Cyclops. Is he standing in the way? We'll do 50-50. He's standing in the way. Okay, it's 60 yes, 3 no. He's standing in the way. We hit his foot. Does he react? Does he get angry? Does he yell? Does he say what was that? Basically. I'm gonna say that's an advantage, yes. Like he likely does. Yeah, oh yeah, 7-1. He does. He freaks out. He pulls it. We can see his club being drawn, or club hits the ground, and he looks at us. So Cyclops is pissed off. He's going to swing. Does he swing at us? Let's say likely he does. Yeah. So 11-5. He does. That's a pretty good roll. So swings the club. Can we dodge? This will be a 2d6. Not we're not prepared, but we are an expert. So can we dodge? We have roll 4 or under. 5-2. Okay, so 1 got under, which means we dodge, but the club hits the door and breaks it. The club hits the foundation of the door frame, and the ceiling collapses on us. So hits door frame, part of the ceiling collapses on us. I think that's probably yeah. Starts to collapse. Starts to collapse. Can we dodge out of the way? This will be a 4 again, 2d6 thief thing. So we got to jump out of the way. If not, we'll definitely take damage from that. 5-2. So I am able to dodge again. Uh, so I jump out of the way. Well, the entire door frame collapses, but I need a complication. Is the complication have to do with me? Like, is it going to be an injury or so? 1-1. Ah, it's both. So, but it's very weak. With the door breaking like that, I think because right now Dervish, Belinda, and Gruith are all standing there watching this happen. While I think Dervish is looking at the map. Is Dervish looking at the map right now? Let's roll. 5, no. 4, yes. He was, but now he's looking at what's going on in front of him. So, I think jumping out of the way. Oh, do I collide into Dervish? That's what I'm thinking. Do I collide into Dervish? That's a complication. I do. 6, yes. 5, no. So I collide because I jump out of the way, and that's a complication. I collide into Dervish, and now it's the Three Stooges. So because I collide into him, the map, does he still hold on to it? Does it go flying up in the air? So um, I'm going to say it likely does. So let's see. Does the map go flying out of his hands? Does he lose the map? 3. Oh my gosh, 3-3. He almost does. The map almost slips out of his hands. Let's see. Map almost slips away, but maybe Belinda catches it. So Belinda catches the map. I gotta write this down because the map is important. It's an artifact. It's a important item. Did we take damage from? I don't think we did. I'm gonna roll no, but I have to ask. Did we take damage from colliding into Dervish? 5 to. Oh wow, we did. Yeah, I rolled 5 no, 6 yes, even with the no advantage on unlikely. So we did take damage. That's just 1. We'll take 1 damage again. We're taking damage not even within an encounter. It's hilarious. So I'm gonna close this episode up here soon. I gotta get to bed, but I think Belinda catches the map, and we have to do now. We have to attack because this is getting out of hand. We're being possessed. We tried to do the map thing as a trick. We failed that. Something out of our hand. Um, Jervis took the map. We tried to escape, but that damn Cyclops was in the way. He swung his club like an idiot, and then the whole A-frame of the door, the entrance to the library has been collapsed. I'm sure there's another exit. Is there another exit out of the library? I'm gonna say 50-50 on this one. 4-4. There is, but it's hidden. So there is a secret entrance, a secret passage into the library. So that's how I interpret that roll. It is, but we can't see it for now. So I wrote that in there. I'm gonna Dervish. I think because I collided in the Dervish, it's a threat. He sees it as a threat. He sees this the spirit, I should say, it sees us as a nuisance and is going to try to take us out. So does the spirit attack us? Let's roll for that. He does. So 9 to 2. He does indeed attack us. So Dervish pulls a weapon out and tries to strike us. So Dervish attacks first. Dervish attacks. We defend with our sword. I'm gonna say we gotta roll 4 or less. This would be 2. We're an expert with the sword, so we gotta roll 4 or less. Come on. Yes, 3 to 1. So 3 and 1. We block his attack. We block. I block, I should say. Gruith most likely will come in with some magical spell, magical attack. Does he use a spell on us? Let's just roll for that. He does use a spell on us, and this spell is going to be like he's in the mood for telekinesis, so I think he's going to use the spell to throw some books at us, like take a bunch of books and like he points us or he aims his hand at the bookshelf and does this, and the whole entire bookshelf goes flying at us. So Gruith magic throws bookshelf at us. Can we dodge this? This will be a 2d6. We gotta roll under a 4 as usual. Okay, 5 and 2. So partially. Okay. I jump out of the way. It nudge like it I think it partially hits me. Like it maybe gets my leg. If I jump out of the way, I'm diving like a goalie in soccer, like this. I think it's gonna hit my leg. So dodge, shelf, hits my leg. Do I take damage for this? Once again, I'm gonna say 50-50. Whoops. I don't. 5 no, 3 yes. So I no damage. Okay, now while we're having this little scuffle, I am gonna say that something happens. I'm gonna roll for advantage of this. Does something happen? 6, 2 for yes, so 8 for yes, 6 for no. It took a while, but suddenly, in the distance of the room, on the other side of the room, a passage opens. A door opens, like a bookshelf basically just like opens up like this, like Scooby Doo just opens up. So passage opens up, and there is someone behind the passage. Is it someone we know? I'm gonna say yes. Come on. Okay, good. So 5 yes, 2 no. It is someone we know. That's actually a good yes. It's the Kingsman. So the Kingsman found a way in this entire time, enter the library, weapons drawn. And that's where I leave off. So I wanted to bring them. I wanted to bring them in somewhere. And here's my theory about about the whole spell that anyone walks in. It's the entrance. It's just a trap. So anybody who goes just clearly through the entrance, the front door, without being accepted or the chosen one, they're ixnayed. But these guys found another way in, a side entrance, a tunnel, etc. They found a way in, and now they're in the library. They're going to help us with this combat. So this is where with some goofiness and some Three Stooges antics, we got it through. And I think this was a pretty good episode. I hope the microphone did work a lot better for you guys. But let's go to my screen to see where we left off. So, again, shorter notes. I didn't document everything. Combat, I will have to document a lot because that helps me keep track of what's going on in combat. Because, again, combat in this is kind of vague. There's levels and threats, but, again, it's I'm kind of improvising the damage. There is damage in this threat levels, like easy, medium, hard, deadly, 5, 10, 20, 30 HP, and the damage 2, 3, 4, 6. But I haven't really been following that yet. So we mainly just been rolling to see the actions and how they turn out. So that's our character right now. We're at 10 health. Let's see. Let's go to our quest list. So we talked to Cyclops. Encounter with Dervish. And oh yeah, Dervish, Belinda, Gruith, Spirit. In library, let's see. Now Kingsman, enter room. So there we go. Keeping things simple. And that's it for this episode. So let's give a name for this episode as usual. I guess I'll go back to my screen here. We'll do episode 27 as, let's see, the Cyclops. The library. We'll do that. The library. Perfect. Good. So there you go, guys. I've been pumping these videos out quickly. I keep them coming, but off for a couple of days from work, so that's relief. So I'm definitely just taking care of personal things and hanging out with friends and family. But yeah, I hope to do another video either tomorrow or Sunday. And actually, I'm gonna be probably doing another video tomorrow over obviously Discord with Ryan for our other campaign. I completely forgot the title. The Bastards, right? The Bastards. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys as always next time on 830 RPG.